All right, so we're back and ready to jump into Squid Game.
Season 2, right?
Yep, Season 2, Episode 2.
Fragile alliances, if I remember correctly.
You got it. And, just going through the episode summary, it's clear this one's going to be a doozy.
Oh, yeah.
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 Big time. We're diving deep into trust, survival, all that good stuff. Morality, too.
All under pressure, basically.
Yeah.
Like extreme pressure.
Exactly. That's the whole point, right? How do people even begin to handle alliances, when the stakes are that high? When it's literally life or death?
Right, right. You would think people would stick together.
You'd think so, but then again, maybe not. And that's what we're going to see.
It's human nature, I guess. It all gets pretty twisted.
Oh, totally. And that's what makes this episode so fascinating, right?
Yeah.
We get to see the cracks start to form, the masks slip a little.
It's like Tapo, we get to see who these characters really are underneath it all.
Exactly. So let's go back to the beginning, right after that first game. I mean, talk about setting the mood. We're back in the dormitory with the players, and you can practically cut the tension with a knife.
It's heavy, man. Just seeing that many people eliminated, it's got to mess with your head.
No kidding, 48 gone,
Right.
152 left. And they all know it's only going to get tougher from here.
Yeah, and even Gihun, he's not exactly Mr. Cool and collected this time around.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's been through hell and back. But seeing all those new players, their fear, their desperation, it's like it's triggering his own trauma all over again.
Yeah, it's like he's reliving it through them in a way. But this time, he's got a different goal, right?
He's not just trying to survive. He wants to take the whole damn system down.
Exactly. Which is why I think his interactions with Rami are so interesting.
Rami.
The new guy, remember? He's the tech-savvy one. And he's clearly starting to suspect that Gihun knows more than he's letting on. There's that moment where he just straight up asks him, "You know something, don't you? Why are you here?"
Oh, yeah, I remember that part.
It's like he can sense something's off, And Gihun can't exactly brush him off either.
Yeah, because he's got to play it cool. Can't blow his cover.
Right. So there's this tension building. Gihun's trying to figure out who to trust, if anyone, while also trying to keep his true motives under wraps.
It's almost like, it's like he's playing a high-stakes poker game, but
Mhm.
instead of chips, it's people's lives on the line.
Totally. And as the episode unfolds, we start to see these alliances forming. Some of them are out of pure necessity, like they're just clinging to each other for some sense of safety.
Yeah, like a life raft in a storm,
Exactly. But then you've got characters like Choi.
Joy, the ex-soldier.
Yep, that's the one. He takes a completely different approach.
Hmm.
It's all about power, intimidation. He's trying to establish control from the get-go.
I see. So he's not big on trust then.
Not so much. It's more like fall in line or get out of my way. And then we get to the second game.
The tightrope.
Dude, that scene, visually it is stunning, but terrifying at the same time.
No kidding. It's like a playground from hell. Giant suspended bridges, ropes, glass panels. You take one wrong step and you're done.
And they only get 20 minutes.
Talk about pressure.
Right. And it's so interesting to see how each player approaches this challenge. You've got Gihun, always the observer, hanging back, trying to learn from everyone else's mistakes.
Smart move, honestly. Let the others be the guinea pigs.
Then there's Choi, charging ahead, literally pushing people out of the way just to test the ropes for himself.
Oh, wow. Talk about ruthless.
And then you've got poor Rami, stuck in a loop of overthinking, trying to calculate every single risk.
Yeah, I can see that. It's like too much information, too many variables. Your brain just freezes up.
And of course, some huge moments go down during this game. You see Gihun's compassion when he saves Rami from falling, and that really solidifies their bond.
Right, because that's real trust right there. Putting your neck on the line for someone else.
And then, well, there's Choi's death. Shocking. Brutal.
Yeah, and kind of poetic too, right? His whole might makes right approach, it backfires on him big time.
Totally. It's like the show is saying, hey, brute force isn't going to cut it here.
You got to be smarter than that.
Exactly. And then, on the complete opposite end of the spectrum, there's the older woman who sacrifices herself to test the rope for her group.
Oh man, that was a tearjerker.
Such a powerful contrast to all the selfishness we've seen so far. It reminds you that even in this nightmare, there's still humanity shining through.
Makes you wonder, though, what drives a person to do that? Is it just pure instinct, or is there something more going on there?
Right. It's like even in this environment where it's every man for himself, there's still this capacity for selflessness, for caring about others.
What makes Squid Game so compelling? It's not just about the blood and guts. It's about exploring the complexities of human nature.
Totally. And then, just as they finish the game, We get another gut punch. 65 more players eliminated. Only 87 left.
Wow. That's a lot.
It's relentless. The body count keeps rising, and you can just feel the tension ratcheting up with every elimination.
And that's exactly what the Game Masters want, isn't it? To break them down bit by bit.
It's like they're saying, this is just the beginning. Things are about to get a whole lot worse.
Yeah.
It really makes you wonder how much more these players can take before they just snap.
That's the whole point, though, isn't it? It's
Right.
not just about the physical challenges.
Right.
These games, they're designed to wear them down mentally, emotionally,
Yeah.
to manipulate every single decision they make.
Totally. And it's interesting, right? Because we get this glimpse into what the front man and those backers are thinking. They're watching Gihun closely.
And they've already labeled him a wild card, haven't they?
Yep. They see him as a potential threat,
Yeah.
someone who could mess up their whole operation.
Which is kind of crazy when you think about it.
Mhm.
They know what he's up to,
Yeah.
his
Yeah.
intentions,
Yeah.
and they still choose to let him play.
It's chilling, right?
It really is. It's almost like they're toying with him, seeing how far he'll go, how much he's willing to risk to expose them.
Makes you wonder if they're underestimating him. Or maybe they're setting him up for a fall.
Ooh, good point.
Yeah.
Either way, it's not looking good for our guy. And then, bam, just when you think things can't get any crazier, that alarm goes off.
Right. Talk about a mood shift.
And that announcement, alliances will now be tested.
Dude, chills. Literal
It changes everything. Like all those bonds that have been formed,
Yeah.
you have to wonder, were they real or just a means to an end?
It throws everything into question, everything we thought we knew about the game.
Exactly. And Gihun's reaction, that last line, this is exactly what they want. Chillin', man.
He's starting to see it.
The bigger picture.
Yeah. How these games are designed to turn people against each other, to exploit human nature at its core.
It's a brilliant cliffhanger.
Right.
We're left wondering who's going to betray who's going to crack under the pressure, who's going to, hold on to their humanity in this whole messed up situation.
So we've got these layers of tension, right? The players just trying to survive, the front man pulling the strings, manipulating everything, and Gihun trying to expose the system from the inside. But if we had to zoom out a bit, like what are the big themes this episode really hammers home?
Well, there's that constant tension between trust and survival. Can you really trust anyone in this kind of environment? Or is every alliance, every act of kindness just a strategy, a way to stay alive?
Right, and if that's the case, then what does that say about us, about our ability to connect with others, to be empathetic when we're faced with our own mortality?
Heavy stuff.
No kidding.
Yeah.
And then there's this question of morality, right? Like under pressure, how do our morals shift? We see these incredible acts of selflessness, like that older woman. But then we also see moments of pure desperation, cruelty even. It's like the games are stripping away any sense of right and wrong, pushing people to their absolute limits.
It makes you think, doesn't it, about the dark side of human nature. Are we inherently good? Or are we just one bad situation away from making choices we never thought possible?
It's scary, honestly. Makes you wonder what you would do in that situation.
Would you be able to hold on to your values? Or would you do whatever it takes to survive, even if it meant betraying someone you cared about?
Yeah, that's the kind of question that keeps you up at night.
It is. And then, of course, there's the whole theme of manipulation, which runs through everything, really.
Right. The front man, those backers, they're the puppet masters. They're orchestrating every twist and turn, turning these players into pawns in their twisted game.
And it goes beyond just observing, right? They're actively shaping the games, crafting these scenarios that are designed to push people to the breaking point, to test their limits.
It's like some kind of sick social experiment to see how far they can push people before they crumble.
Exactly. And they're not just interested in the physical outcome. They're fascinated by the psychological impact.
Yeah, the way the games erode trust, warp people's sense of morality, the way they dehumanize the players.
It's a chilling reminder, really, of the dangers of unchecked power, how it can corrupt even the most seemingly innocent things.
And in this case, it's not just about money or control.
Right.
There's the sense that the front man and those backers, they're getting some kind of sick pleasure out of watching these people suffer.
Yeah, it's disturbing. Like there's this element of sadism, deriving enjoyment from the pain of others.
And that makes them all the more terrifying, doesn't it?
Absolutely, because it suggests their motivations are deeper, more complex than just profit or power.
Right. There's something truly twisted at the heart of this whole operation. And then you have Gihun, who's kind of in this unique position. He's both a participant in the games and an observer.
He's trying to survive, but he's also trying to understand the system.
Yeah, to expose it from within.
His motivations are so layered. He wants justice for what happened to him, for what's happening to all the players. But there's also this sense of, I don't know, personal redemption. Like he's trying to make amends for the choices he made in the past.
It's a dangerous path he's chosen, though.
Oh, absolutely. He could easily end up dead.
But it's also what makes him such a compelling character. He's not just reacting to everything that's happening around him.
He's trying to change the game.
And that's why he's such a threat to the front man and those backers.
Right. He represents hope, resistance. He's a reminder that even in the darkest of circumstances, the human spirit can still find a way to fight back.
So, okay, we've got this complex web of themes, right? Trust, morality, manipulation, and this glimmer of hope with Gi-hun's resistance. But how does all of this tie back to us, to the viewers? Why should we care about this fictional world of death games and desperate choices?
Because, in a way, it's not just fictional, is it?
What do you mean?
It's a reflection of our own world, our own struggles. It forces us to ask ourselves, what would we do in those situations? What compromises would we be willing to make? What price are we willing to pay for our own survival?
It's like they took all the worst parts of humanity and put them on display. The greed, the desperation, that willingness to, like, step on anyone to get ahead. But then, we see these little flickers of something better, those moments of selflessness and, what's the word?
Connection.
Yeah, connection that remind us that even in the darkest places, there's still, like, a sliver of hope.
Exactly. And that's what elevates Squid Game beyond just your average thriller. It becomes a commentary on, well, the human condition, really.
Yeah.
On those choices we make when the pressure's on, like really, really on.
And it leaves us with some pretty big questions, too. Like, if we were standing in Gi-hun's shoes, how would we handle it? This whole, I don't know, moral minefield. Would we just look out for number one? Or would we try to, like, make a difference, even if it meant, sacrificing ourselves?
Those are the questions that stick with you long after the credits roll. It's not just about being entertained, It's an invitation to examine our own values, our own beliefs, to really think about what's right and wrong.
Yeah, and to confront those parts of ourselves we might not like to think about, those dark corners. It's like Squid Game is asking us, what are you capable of,
Exactly. When push comes to shove, what would you do? So as you keep watching, I want you to really pay attention to the little details. The way the games are designed, it's not random, it's all carefully crafted to manipulate the players, to erode their trust in each other, to force them into these impossible choices.
Don't just watch passively, though. You gotta, like, engage with it. Ask yourself those tough questions. How would you react? How would you survive?
And most importantly, think about what you're willing to fight for. What values, what principles would you hold on to, even when everything else is falling apart? Because ultimately, that's what Squid Game is about. Surviving, yeah, but surviving as a human being.
Well, folks, that's about it for our deep dive into Squid Game Season 2, Episode 2, Fragile Alliances, right?
Get the one.
Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it, gave you some food for thought. Until next time, keep those brains buzzing. And remember, sometimes the most dangerous game we play is the one we play with ourselves.